My name is Arvind Kala and I live in Delhi. Mr. Amit Shah says all of India should switch to the Hindi language. How little he knows of India. How little he knows of India's diversity. Actually, Mr. Amit Shah has one speciality. He finds a solution for a problem which doesn't exist. Talking of India's vast diversity, take North India and South India. The first thing is that North India is outnumbered South Indians but 2-1. And the second thing to know about South Indians is that they detest North Indians. South Indians are very gentle creatures and they don't like the aggressiveness they see in North Indians. So the standard two words for North Indians, Hindi speaking people, is bloody Punjabis. And that is the first thing to know about South India. And apart from that, Mr. Amit Shah does not realize, but there's a huge difference between the Hindus of Tamil Nadu and the Hindus of North India. The Hindus of North India are deeply religious. And do you know that the Hindu Tamilians are officially atheistic? Both their parties, meaning they don't believe in God. The Anna DMK and the DMK, they don't believe in God. And the top honcho among Hindu gods in North India is Lord Ram. Because everybody talks of Ram, it's a form of greeting. And the top Hindu festival in the north is Diwali, which is a celebration of Lord Ram. And in Tamil Nadu, the former Chief Minister Karunanidhi was openly contemptuous of Lord Ram. He said, Lord Ram, you say that he built a bridge between India and Sri Lanka. Where did he get an engineering degree from to perform this feat? So he's openly contemptuous. And he saw a North Indian woman with a bindi on her forehead, and he asked her sarcastically that, are you bleeding? What he meant was, he even saw the bindi as a sign of Brahminical dominance. And under his statue in Chennai is written, under Karunanidhi's statue, God does not exist. The inventor of God is a fool. The propagator of God is a scoundrel. The worshipper of God is a barbarian. This is what the position of the DMK and the AIDMK is. And no other party except for these two DMKs have ruled Tamil Nadu for 50-60 years. And now, let's talk of some other area. So why there are around 250 million South Indians, with developed languages like Malayalam, Tamil, Kannada, Telugu. Why would they want 600 million Hindi-speaking people imposing Hindi upon them? Now let's move east to Bengal, West Bengal. West Bengal has 90 million people and they have a very developed language, Bengali. And the people of Bengal and the people of Bangladesh, if they're Bengali speakers, and Bengali is the 5th or 6th largest spoken language in the world. So why would these Bengalis want Hindi to be imposed upon them? So that is the speciality of Mr. Amit Shah. The problem doesn't exist and he creates the problem. And that is how it is. And look at other differences. Mr. Amit Shah and Mr. Modi and the entire BJP party, ruling in the Hindi heartland, they impose vegetarianism on Hindu and Muslim meat eaters. Now look at Bengal. Bengal is meat eating and flesh eating, those Bengalis. So why the hell would they bother about, would they want this? Now, here, look at the difference. I come to the diversity again between Bengali Hindus and North Indian Hindus of the Hindi belt. Now, here they promote vegetarianism and look at the favorite goddess of Bengal, Goddess Kali. She hangs around with a garland of skulls and her only food is blood. So this is what it is. So here, everywhere it's like that. Now, let's take a tiny state like Nagaland. It has only 2 million people and they eat dog meat. They're licensed dog meat sellers. And recently the Nagaland government banned it, they thought it gets them a bad name. And the Guwahati High Court stayed the ban. and those chaps are back to so this the diversity of India again. Nagaland borders Myanmar and Manipur and all these places. So all those people are akin to the Burmese of Myanmar, just like the Punjabi is akin to the people of Pakistan. And even in the northern reaches of Garhwal and Kumaon in Uttarakhand, where I come from, the people, the Garhwalis and the virtually look like the Nepal, which is north of them, which is contiguous to Uttarakhand. So there's a vast difference in India. There are different races, there's different lines of thought. And Mr. Modi and Mr. have this idea of homogeneity, and they cling to old-time notions. The saddest thing about the BJP is that they're ruled by people with a very low level of education. Now, Mr. Modi, Mr. Amit Shah, Ms. Smriti Irani, or JP Nadda, etc., etc., they're not known for their erudition. Look at Mohan Bhagwat of the RSS chief. 3 years ago, he made the most absurd statement anybody could make in the world. He said the RSS could ready professional soldiers in 3 days. And the other day he said, in 15 years, India will become an Akhand Bharat, meaning there'll be a unified India incorporating Pakistan and Bangladesh. Anything they can say and think, because they cling to 100-year-old notions of Veer Savarkar about the Hindu civilization and about this and taking this and taking that. There's low level of education. It just doesn't, then you don't know what you're doing. Because you don't have, education gives you analytical ability. It gives you the capacity to understand what's happening in a changing world. Now, these people are just stuck in the time past, in a past age which doesn't exist, which is why they bungle right, left and center, Mr. Amit Shah. Right now, he's let me modify that. He creates problems where they don't exist. Now, there are other countries, multi-language countries, Switzerland, Austria, Canada. Now, Switzerland has 4 languages. They don't have any problem. Singapore has a multi-language this thing. Malaysia, all sorts of this thing. So why not India? But these people, they have this vague idea of, Hindi and Hindustan and this and that and Bharatwash, ancient notions which don't get you anywhere. Well, friends, please forward this to your friends, to everybody. Subscribe to my channel if you like what I say, and I'll bid you farewell and see you later, alligator.